In your adult life, have you ever come to a crossroads? You want a new car, but you can't decide whether you want to lease or finance it? Well, today, I may have the answer for you because I'm going to show you the difference between the two. Lease versus finance. The matchup of the century. Almost as big as McGregor versus Khabib, Mayweather versus Pacquiao, or the biggest one of all, Logan Paul versus KSI. Anyway, what's happening, my beautiful people? Sebastian here from the UK, making a home for myself here at Westland Auto Sales. So let me help you out in making that dreaded decision. Now, firstly, let me talk about my bread and butter, my sweet darling, financing. Now, financing is something that almost everybody knows about. It's when you get a car and you make monthly payments until you eventually pay it off. This can take a few years, but at least you get something in the end. Well, a car, and you get that lovely feeling of that huge weight of those car payments being lifted off your shoulders. Oh, the relief. It's the best day ever. But that's an obvious reason. Everyone knows as well, when you lease a car, well, you don't get that final straw, the actual car. Everybody knows that, right? That's like the whole point of leasing. You pay the car for a little while and then you just give it right back. But in today's video, I wanted to give you guys some of the less obvious reasons, the incognito reasons, if you will. So shh, don't tell anyone. Now, my first benefit is one for our boys, leasing. Now, we all know that when you're financing a car, it requires a significant monthly payment because, well, they set a time and you have to pay it off in that amount of time. So, for instance, if they give you a 3-year loan, well, they can't just ballpark the figure. They stick it into the system and boom, out comes your monthly payment. However, leasing works slightly differently. They take the estimated monthly depreciation, add on some of the finances and Uncle Sam's cash, and boom, out comes your lease payment. And this does tend to be significantly lower than a finance payment. Now, this may be a benefit if you're looking to only have the car for a short period of time. Well, because less money comes out of your pocket, which means you have a little change to buy whatever you want. Things like, I don't know, bills or whatever. Personally, I would spend it here at Westland Auto Sales. But that's just me. Great plug there. Fantastic. Anyway, now on the other hand, financing. When you finance a car, the idea is that the car is yours, no one else's. Now, there may be lien holders on the car, but other than that, that is your car. Meaning that you can drive the car, well, as much as you like. If you wanted to drive from Fresno to New York, well, go for it. It's your car. However, on a lease, well, they set a monthly amount of miles that you can put on the car, and you need to stay within those parameters. Or else. Or else what? Well, they are going to charge you a boatload more cash. Probably an arm and a leg more. So much more. It's incredible. Well, it's not that much more, but it sounded dramatic for the video, right? Probably a few hundred would be my guess. But yeah, a significant drawback of leasing is they kind of strip away your freedom from the car. Staying on topic, have you ever just looked at a car and thought to yourself, if I had that car, mine would just look so much better? For instance, a Mazda Miata or a 370Z or even a nice little Chevy Silverado. You want to make that shit look snazzy. For you, add a little bit of spice, stand out from the crowd, make them look a little something like this. Well, you can't. No, no, no. No modification for you. Don't even think about it, because that is going to cost you a lot. If you mod that car beyond recognition, well, best believe you're going to have to fork out a lot. More than likely, the full cost of the car. But when you're financing, well, you can. You can do whatever you like. It's your car, remember? How many times do I need to repeat myself? Do whatever the hell you want. It's your car. Rip the engine out, spray paint it pink. I wouldn't recommend you do either of those things, but you can. Working in this industry, I've seen cars come in for payment or service and they look slick. Mega sound systems, full body customizations, truly the works. They really went and made it their car. Now, the main appeal for me for leasing is, well, the main expense when you're financing other than the car payment. When you're financing, there's very few things you need to keep an eye out for, and that is making your payment on time and having a little cash in the bank in case there's any small issues with it. But with leasing, that's not a bother. These lease cars tend to be covered through a maintenance plan. So if there is trouble with your beautiful leased car, well, not to worry, they'll cover it. You are set. Just like, don't wreck it on purpose. It won't cost you any extra, it's just stupid, and you could get hurt. So, tip of the day, do not wreck your car. Thank you. Call me a life coach or call me a genius. I'm happy with either. Now, building equity. I definitely knew exactly what this was before I made this video. There is no way I needed to Google this before I made this. Okay, maybe just a little Google search just to be 100% sure. Alright, so it says here... no. Sorry, from my own knowledge, equity just means the car is worth more than what you owe on it. So when you are financing, well, it's pretty simple. After a few payments, you're more than likely already going to be in the positive equity. However, when you're leasing, you will never be able to have any type of equity because you'll never own it. It's never your car. But this is a double-ended sword because for those of you that are bad people and don't pay your car, well, you're going to be in constant negative equity. Any insurance payouts that you get will be less than what you owe on the car, which will force either gap to kick in or, well, you'll have to keep making payments on a car you don't even have anymore. But not to worry, because anybody who watches my videos is always going to be in positive equity, I hope. Now, let me tell you a little story. I have a friend, his name is Ronan. Now, he called me up one day and he said, "Yo, bro, I just got a new car. I love it so much." And he explained to me that he had gotten a Durango RT, which, in my opinion, fantastic cars, by the way. But I asked him, "What the fuck, dude? You're 21 years old. How on earth are you affording this? What, did you win the lottery or something?" He told me he had his ways. He was being a little secretive over it. Maybe I thought he'd stolen it, but he ended the conversation right there. And I have no need to know what his ways are. My guess is it's either something illegal or something weird. So didn't really ask too many questions. But that's besides the point. Anyway, some months went by and he gave me another call, just for a generic chit chat, asking me if I wanted to play PlayStation or whatever. I asked him how his car was doing. He said that they had taken the car away from him. Oh no! He's not a loyal fan. Oh, he's been repoed. How could this happen? He said, no. He was on a lease and had spent over $2,000 for only having the car for 5 months. Oh my god, that is darn expensive. So to all of my viewers today, please don't be like Ronan. Leasing is just renting with a couple of extra bits of paper. It's a couple more signatures and a couple more dollars. But other than that, it's identical. They are like identical twins. I mean, based on what you've heard today, I don't want you to think that I'm biased towards financing, but just know that if you go and you lease a car, well, I hope you step on Lego. That's on fire. Because why would you ever lease when you can... Oh, sorry. I'm getting a little too upset. Not to worry, because I hope this video has guided you well. You need to finance. Don't ever lease. Oh. Sorry. Anyway, stay saucy, my sexy Americans. Over and out. Peace.